we're just going to turn on the video because all these weird different songs, I guess they're not really weird. Different songs keep coming in my head, so I'm just like, let's just turn on the video in the rain. Must just be all about the tones, the songs that have certain tones in them. It's so nice to sit out in the rain. So cleansing. I had to do like 3 wardrobe changes in like 15 minutes because I was walking out in the rain. Got this raincoat, used raincoat a couple weeks ago. It was funny, and it fits and everything. It was funny. Good stuff when things just come to you, isn't it? It's good. Ooh, some lightning. So yeah, we're just hanging out in the rain. See, this is what everybody needs to do. I mean, I know not everybody has canopies, but if you got somewhere where you're not getting soaked, I used to just sit by a window, open the window, and just sit right beside the window, you know. And the thunder rolls. You know the outside will heal you. I'm not sure if you know that. Guess maybe you don't know. The sun, everybody's scared of the sun. Yeah, don't sit out in the sun and get burnt and get skin cancer and all that stuff. But the sun will heal you. The rain will heal you. The mud will heal you. The grass will heal you. The trees will heal you. The wind. Take a wind bath. It's nice and windy this morning. And then you also get a lot of answers in nature. You sit outside. It may not happen to you right away the first couple times or whatever, but your God self, your God essence, your lifeline to God, whatever you want to say, your soul self, your inner self, your universe, the creator, whatever you believe in. I don't really care. Nobody should care. Yeah, it just is really good stuff. The ocean, I can tell so much a big difference in how much better I'm walking and feeling from, when was the first year we went? 19? I don't know. But anyway, the first year we went, I was working, so definitely I was sore. But even the second year, I started feeling better. But just to be out in nature in the big old ocean, oh my gosh, you just put your feet in it, it'll drag some stuff out of you. It's good stuff. But yeah, I can tell the difference between, what were we doing? I don't know where we were going. Oh, we went to the casino with Rick. And last time I went to the casino, who knows when, it was with Rick. I don't go. Could have been a year ago, whatever. But I could tell the difference. And we were there a really long time. And I was standing up and whatever. And I was fine. So, I mean, not that I don't have pain, like, all the time. But whatever. It's less and less and less. And I can tell that my body is healing up. And not that I didn't spend time in nature a lot of time before, but as I got older, you know, I didn't spend as much time outside. And then the different people that you date or whatever, if they don't spend time outside, then you're not outside as much. So, you gotta take your moments where you can to be outside. Now, on the weekends, Scott and I sometimes we can sit outside just on this little porch for 8 hours. You know, go in and get food and come back and get drinks and whatever, but we chill, listen to music, different kinds of music. Start the morning with your spiritual stuff, you know, whether it's can't even think, chakra balancing or some kind of mantras, or just musical mantra, you know. The lightest of light music early in the morning, that's what you want. Or nothing, like I am right now. See, Scott likes music, and I mantras and things early in the morning, yes, but I'd much rather listen to nature. Whether it's the birds or seeing nature. I usually don't see a lot in the morning. That was funny, that possum. Yeah. Rick says he sees a skunk every morning, but he goes to work at like, I want to say 5:15. He gets at 4:30, so I think he leaves about 5:15. So, but yeah, interesting little creatures all around here. They're fun. Skunk, possum, groundhog, raccoons. I know I saw something else. It's stray cats, of course, but, you know. I am so missing something. Whatever. The bugs. I sit and watch the bugs. The ants carry things away, and watch the cats play. Climb up and down the tree. It's a good life. If you get outside, I mean, people have hobbies. That's great. Have you ever seen or paid attention or noticed the people that have hobbies outside, how much it seems like they have less baggage and they more go with the flow? I mean, not, you know, depends on what they do and how often they do it and whatever, but when you're outside, I mean, just like people that live, you know, near the beach or on a lake or whatever, or even somewhere where you can, when I was in Washington for that, what was it, 3 or 4 years or whatever, drive 20 minutes and you're in a bay, so you can always be at the ocean. Mountains, wake up every morning, you see a mountain, Mount Rainier, so it's great. So I understand the people that are happier. I'm not saying everybody's happier because they live in nicer places, because it's all about yourself and you got to fix yourself. It's all in you. But I'm just saying, once you really start working on yourself and getting to know yourself, and you really start loving yourself, the little things are just wonderful. Appreciate what you have, because the universe is only going to give you more. When you can get to that point, you just be. Just be. No yesterday, no tomorrow. Just right here, right now. Stay in the moment. Oh, it's hard and it takes a long time, but... and just breathe. Breathe in. The rain. The wind. The sunshine. Enjoy it all. The rainy weather, the sunshine. That's what I like about Ohio. The seasonal change. I mean, yeah, I would move and I would live somewhere else, but I would have to have a house where it had... You'd have to have a house in Ohio because everybody's here and around here, and even if I could get all my kids and the whole family to move, you know, some of their relatives are going to be here because they're not all going to move, but that would be nice if everybody just moved up and just lived on an island or some land or whatever, just some really... And I'm not saying everybody's all spiritual and woo-woo and whatever, because relatives of relatives of relatives may not be, but me and my kids and the people that I'm used to and their vibrations and stuff, we'll just be on some land, and everybody else can live in the town if you don't meditate or work on yourself. But everybody's going to have to need to work on yourself if you're going to live in my community, because you're going to have to start to really love yourself, or it's not going to be a peaceful place. But yeah, everybody needs a hobby outside, for real. We were in Jamaica at Bob Marley's place where he grew up or whatever, and the kitchen was outside. So that tells you they spent a lot of time outside. I don't think there was a roof or anything, and I think it was just like a stove, and I can't remember how I don't know. I don't remember. It didn't happen. It's the Matrix. But anyway, yeah, the kitchen was outside. That's all I remember. Now, inside there were cabinets and stuff. Hair dried. But, yeah, but it was cool. It's a cool place. There's a lot of really cool places. I just want to travel. I just want to go everywhere and soak it in and just be. I like some of the modern conveniences that we have today, but I just really want to go way back where everybody was just pulling together to... Maybe you could have the little tiny stores and, you know, but mostly just living off the land. But then again, I like my showers and flush toilets. I could care less about a phone. I mean, it's convenient. I like the fact that you can Google stuff. I like the fact that you don't have to do some kind of MapQuest and print it out to go somewhere when you want to go somewhere. But I think phones and things you can do on it, and people are so addicted just to having it and looking at it all the time and being on Facebook and all the stuff. I mean, it's just... I could do without it. I would go back to the rotary phones, and I would go back to MapQuest. I like the computers, though, because you can print out the MapQuest. So I guess if you got rid of phones, you should get rid of computers, too. I don't know. I don't know. I really have a lot of expectations of the world being totally different, and it is going to be totally different. So why can't I just manifest what I want? I'm sorry if you like all the addictions, but I don't. Yeah. A whole new world. That's where we'll be. It's interesting because I do see it all the time. It's all so different. Well, the same but different. It'll just keep going the way it's going, and things will change, and some things will get worse, but things are going to be a lot better. By 2025, I don't know, maybe part of California be gone, part of Florida, that whole Gulf Coast. The world is really going to change. Going to get rid of some yucky places, like like in the Bible when he got rid of Sodom and Gomorrah. They're just going to be gone. Better start moving, because some places are just going to be gone. Where to move to, I don't know. Who knows? We've been getting pulled to North Carolina. It's the weirdest thing. Spencer, that's always been his college basketball team. He's always loved that and wanted to go there and be there and whatever. And then Sierra, these are my kids, got pulled there in many different directions. One of her boyfriends was from North Carolina. Another one was stationed in North Carolina, so she went back and forth there. The one that was from North Carolina, he was up here, and the family moved up here, or half the family, or I don't know how it all happened, whatever. But then she also dated a guy that his team is the college North Carolina. My mom gets pulled towards North Carolina. I feel like I get pulled to Chesapeake Bay. We went to a campground in Chesapeake Bay in the early 90s, and I really liked it, and I feel like I kept needing to go back, but some of the prices are higher, and you gotta walk to the bathrooms, and if my mom went, you need a cabin, you need a bathroom in a cabin. I would stay in a tent, but you know, older folks, they need a bathroom right by them or whatever. But anyway, I did find a KOA, because we like to do the KOAs. That is right on the beach at Chesapeake Bay, so I am going to have to check that out sometime. The other interesting thing is my son and daughter are watching the Outer Banks, and they really like that, so I started looking at places at the Outer Banks to go for next year. And then my neighbor, Blanche, her sister is thinking about moving to North Carolina, so who knows? Sometime in the next, within 3 years or so, Blanche might move to North Carolina. So maybe that's where the land needs to be. Maybe that's where we need to have our base. I don't think it snows there. I guess I'd still have to have a house here. But, yeah, I just want to live by the ocean. Someday I want to live on the ocean, but I just want to have... Then I don't have to have 5 different houses, but the family needs like 5 different houses. You know, you need the East Coast, well, southern East Coast. I might even have one somewhere in the north. I don't know. I haven't traveled in the north as much, so I'd have to go check all that out. And then you got to see what's going to go on with Florida and California, so you got to wait on those houses. But I think maybe Oregon. We went to Seaside and Cannon Beach, and I like that. So maybe you'd have a house in Oregon, a place in North Carolina, Ohio. Doesn't have to be right around the Urbana-Springfield area for Ohio. I like Dublin, Hilliard's cool. What else? So let's see, Oregon, that's 3. You got to go somewhere with lots of woods. You got to have a house with lots of woods. So where that would be, I don't know. But wide, you know. That could be Colorado to Wyoming, Montana. I've never really wanted to live in any of those places, but I mean, just to be out in places that aren't so developed and have a nice land that's not so developed, and just to see the beautiful nature, you just gotta have somewhere like that. And then you gotta have somewhere out the country, right? Canada's cool too. There's this, man, if I could own something, I tell you what, it would be this place. We used to go up to the Thousand Islands in Gananoque, Ontario when I was a kid. And there's Hay Island up there. And they had a lodge and cabins that you could rent out. The lodge, I don't think anybody stayed in the lodge back then when we stayed there. It was just for the family. But they served ice cream out of the lodge, which was super cool. They might have had other stuff too, I don't know. Because you're on an island, so they could have had other stuff. I was a kid, I didn't pay attention to it. Ice cream. The water was freezing, but we would go down and it was so easy to just catch fish. You just put your line in the water and perch all day long. And mussels, you dive down and get mussels, and we made some mussel soup or whatever the heck, like clam chowder, you know. And to clean the fish right there, and I was young and it was so much fun. I freaking loved that place. It was great. I just want to have something like that. On the St. Lawrence River, huge. St. Lawrence River, it's just big. I mean, you'd think it was a daggone ocean. I think everybody loves where they go when they're young, right? Yeah, we used to do a lot of camping. We used to go skiing when I was just little, like 4 or 5 years old. I'd be freezing though. Mom and I would go in and get the hot chocolate. I wasn't for all that. We did a lot of stuff. I'm grateful for my dad. We did a lot of things while Mom and Dad were together for that short time, and you know, all the rocky relationships with him. But we went canoeing. I mean, it was I learned to do a lot of stuff. Nature. How would I like nature? I've been doing it my whole life. Wow. It's fun. It's fun. I could just live outside. Can you just live outside? It's so wonderful. The problem is, we get stuck inside, scrolling on our phones. Like I said, I was on my phone this week, last week, whenever, and looking for places for next year, because I feel like we got to start early and whatever. Outer Banks, they're sold out already for next summer, for July, a lot of places. TV is not really my thing. I mean, I might watch a couple readings, but tones, I turn the TV on and turn YouTube on all the time, so just to listen to the tones, so that keeps me inside, which I could, you know, I'll turn them on too, loud enough, and I can hear them from the bedroom, so I come outside and listen to them. But that keeps me inside, because I think, you know, I'm supposed to be, I always think I'm supposed to be doing something. I'm like trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. It's the weirdest thing. And then my inner self is like, you're doing it. I'm like, relax and enjoy the ride. It's so hard. It really is. But yeah, everything keeps us in. I always feel like I want to watch a really cool movie during the day, but I'm just not that interested in TV anymore. And it's like there's another part of me that says, oh yeah, you can watch a movie or do whatever you want, but I am just content to just sit and be. Why wouldn't I? Things just show up for me anyway. So why wouldn't I just sit and chill? Pay attention to all the signs. Like North Carolina. So isn't that weird? All these coincidences. It's not a coincidence. And also, people think that we're supposed to be with people, but really we're supposed to be with them just so they point us in a different direction. And we're all like this. Like you meet someone and you feel like you've known them before, or you just click really easily, or, whatever it is. It could even be lust, whatever. But you just feel like you're supposed to be with that person. But really, when you start loving yourself, you're like, no. But it's okay, though, because it was supposed to go like that at the time. So you were supposed to be with that person, but you know what I'm saying? But now you got to start really paying attention and say, okay, this person's in my life for a reason, but I'm not necessarily supposed to be having sex with this person. Yeah, they're supposed to be my friend. I mean, I know a lot of different people that they are really good friends with people, and then they wonder if they should start dating them or, whatever. Well, if you didn't start dating them in the beginning, they're not for you. They could be for you later when they start loving themselves. But if you don't love yourself, nobody's for you. There is no perfect mate. You got to be the perfect mate for you. Ooh, I'm going to put that on a short. That looks good. Yeah, it took me 55 years to realize that you have to be the perfect person for you. And I don't mean like, don't be cocky and think you're perfect and all that, but you have to love yourself before another person can love you. And you can't love nobody else right either, because if that really great person comes along, you're just going to be shitty to them. And you're going to get rid of them, aren't you? Yeah. I don't care if you're a man or a woman or who or what. It's not going to happen. It's not going to last. You get a really great person, even if you got married and had kids and whatever. If they're just growing more and they're loving themselves more and you're not, it's just going to be fight after fight. And don't let it be your twin flame. Because your twin flame is a mirror image of you. And you and your twin flame fight anyway. So a lot of times that's why they say twin flames aren't together until the very end. Because you fuck each other up. Both headstrong and whatever. So when two twin flames get together and their low self-image of themselves, it's destructive. I know. It's destructive. I've never been an angry person, but let me tell you, if you're that passionate about someone and you just want to beat the shit out of them, yeah, that's destructive. So, twin flames. But you gotta love yourself. Not saying you can't stay together, but you have to step back and realize that you don't love yourself, so you don't love each other the way you're supposed to love each other, and you can't. So step back and stop having sex, or live in another house, or go away, split up, stay in another room. People don't like this idea. I say this to people and they don't like it. Oh, I can't quit having sex. I can't live with someone not have sex. I still love them. I'm not saying I don't have sex. I'm just like, you cannot make it a priority. I don't care what age you are. It doesn't help. Too many people are chasing that and feeling better about themselves through it, and so they're not working on themselves the way they should. It's like crack. That's why porn addiction is so rampant. It's that quick fix to make yourself feel better. But porn's worse because it only lasts for, unless you're doing it all day long, It's all worse. Orgasms don't last that long. To love yourself lasts a lot longer. It's harder. It's the hard way around. But the rewards are 5 million times better. People just... It's hard. It's hard. What you think about all this rain today? Can't believe it's supposed to be like 92 and heat index warning and all that. And right now it's a little chilly and rainy, and it's all for me so I can come out and hang out outside. Everybody's gone. Everybody's at work. I really do like the rain. When it's super windy, though, I can't sit. Like, if it's really pouring down, I can't sit out here, because then I really get totally soaked. I mean, I got wet today, but because I walked out in it. So, yeah. But yeah, if you just sit in the stillness of it all, things start happening. There's your sign. I don't have a great view though. Just a little tiny view. But some days I don't care. Other days I'm like, yeah. I see the future all the time, so I'm like, I'm becoming more patient with it. But I am really ready to go. I was in one of my realities, sleeping the other day, and this has probably happened to you before, because it's happened to me, but not in a way that I realized what was really going on. This was the first time I realized that what was going on. And you know how you don't always remember your dreams, and I used to, but I don't so much anymore. It like disappears now, like you're not supposed to. Well, I'm like, that's just another reality. That's why you don't remember, so whatever. But what I do remember is I don't know if I was so dehydrated. For some reason, I just was having trouble breathing. And I was just trying to put water in my hand and just barely take, a sip. But I was having trouble getting any water to help me out, and I just was coughing and couldn't breathe, and it was the craziest thing. So I don't know what I was doing in this reality. It kind of felt like if you'd been walking in the Mojave Desert for days and didn't have water, and so you're so dry, you're coughing, and you just need some water, but you shouldn't drink a whole bunch at one time or something. I don't even know what the dream was. I think I was wearing some long black, well, it may not have really been, could have been gray, maybe like an old-timey dressing gown or something, I don't know. But anyway, I woke up coughing, and I couldn't stop coughing. And I coughed and I coughed and I coughed, and I'm surprised I didn't wake up Scott. And as I'm coughing, I'm like, why does it feel like I'm not really coughing? Because, when you're coughing, you're trying to cough something up or out, or something's going on, you're sick, or, whatever. But this was just a totally fine cough, like if I'd be going right now. Like I couldn't even feel it. Like it was like I was coughing, but it really wasn't me. Like I wasn't attached to it, but I couldn't stop. And it took me a minute, and I feel like maybe that's why you got to jump back into this reality and jump back into this body. And, but this body woke up and was coughing, but my consciousness wasn't really all the way back. That's why it wasn't me. And I was like, and then I stopped coughing, and I'm like, well, that was the weirdest shit, because I didn't even feel like that was me that was coughing. And then I just remembered that little clip of what I was doing, trying to get a little tiny sip of water in my hand from somewhere or something. So yeah, pick a reality. My neighbor was like, so we can just change the channel? I said, yeah, you can just change the channel on your reality. We do it all the time. Nobody notices, but if you're raising up in your vibration, then you're changing the channel all the time. You're just not noticing that things are changing. And then, then until you do. Or if your vibration's getting worse, it's getting worse. Your reality's getting worse, and you're changing the channel. I mean, it's just like watching a TV show. It's the Matrix. You can do anything you want in this reality. You want to be bewitched or genie or twinkle your nose, blink your eyes. Yes, you can do it all. You want to be a superhero? Knock yourself out. You want to fly? You can do it. I'm not telling you that you cannot do anything, and you should never tell your children they can't do anything either, because now we see that we have been raised the wrong way, and so have our children. But there's a catch to all this. And I'm not saying people of low vibration can't do things, because, you've got all this woo-woo, witchy craft, black magic, devil worship, dumb, whatever, or even not devil worship also, but people that worship these other goddesses and things that they think are going to bring them money and help win the lottery, and they do, because they believe it. Two catches. One, you got to believe it. You got to believe you can fly. And I mean really believe it. I mean, I tell people that you can do all these things, but I'm not there yet. Do you see me flying around? No, you don't. And the way that you really truly believe it is to work on yourself and to love yourself. So you're not gonna get there to Christ consciousness or awakening or whatever you want to call it, to your true reality. You're never going to get there. It's just not going to happen. And you can live in this 3D world and matrix and be rich and think you're doing fine and feeling okay, but if you don't truly love yourself, and I'm not talking about 100%, because I ain't met a 100% person yet. Even Jesus died on the cross, right? So if he would have loved himself 100%, he wouldn't have died, right? But none of that's real anyway, because it's the Matrix. What do you want to do? I'm going to live to be 300. Not in this painful body and doing these things. That's why I'm healing my body. But I'm not so sure that I'm just not going to become a light being and get rid of this 3D freaking body. For what? What do you need it for? I want to float around, and I want to see through birds' eyes. I guess I don't have to be that bird. I want to go down deep in the oceans. And probably in another reality you are. That's probably why I am, the way I am. I'm having these other realities that are deep down in the ocean and flying around and can see just a bird's eye view of the ocean and the mountains. I mean, can you imagine? I just want to do that. There's this show called The Nevers. It didn't have that many episodes. Really cool things and interesting things go away. But there was a guy on there that was his gift, and he could see through other creatures' eyes and things. But he usually used birds, and he could see, maybe it was only birds, I don't know. But he could see through their eyes and see what was going on while he was flying around. I mean, it was just, how freaking cool. And a whale or a shark, or just to see through and way deep down, because I have these visions of this, I don't even know what it is. It's like a prehistoric looking creature, I guess, like a whale, but not. I don't know, it just looks like if you took a whale and made a whale kind of look like a rock, but not, It's the weirdest vision. But it's really cool. I'd like to see it. I wouldn't be so scared. I mean, it's huge. Like, it's enormous, this whatever it is. It's big. Well, I don't know what that is. I mean, you can say past life or I'm crazy or whatever, but like I said, now I just think we're living these realities at the same time. It's not a past life. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I am this giant prehistoric looking creature. But I'm always looking at it. That's why I feel like it's not. But anyway, this is a long video. But I was really just sitting in the rain. Thought I'd let you guys hang out, listen to the rain, because I know a lot of people don't get out. Like I said, people hang out inside, they don't get out. And sometimes it's hard to get out. Or you don't like your atmosphere. Apartment buildings or, you know, whatever. You don't have a little place to sit on. And we go to the reservoir. Try to go on the weekends and stuff. But if it's hot, oh, let's get after. Ugh. Alrighty. You guys have a lovely day. I feel like, oh no, there's something. Can't put my finger on it. Usually I can put my finger on it. Like if something's coming or something's going to change or something bad's getting ready to happen, usually, you know, I can put my finger on it. But today it's like, it's kind of muffled in the rain. But it's like everything is washing away. Washing away. That's what I keep getting, washing away. But I thought it was like washing away in a good way. Which it is. You know, help pulling out our baggage and things like that. But I'm like, maybe some land somewhere or something. Maybe something's really getting to wash away. I don't know. Something's... The flooding is coming. The hurricane that's gonna really take something away. The tsunami. Wash away. Wash away. Well, I will leave that with you. But that's what the universe is just saying, wash away. And this whole time I've been out here, but I just thought it was, see, now I hear people screaming. Maybe it is something bad getting ready to happen. Just hear people screaming. Screaming and wash away. There's your, what do they call that? Your clues. If something happens, then you'll know. If not, then who knows? But anyway, we're washing away our bullshit. Love you, bye!